Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders Meeting 66. This is Pooja Ranjan and I am sharing the agenda in chat. So the first item on agenda is ECH updates. I see Alita left some updates for ECH engineering. I suppose we can move on. We'll come back if she doesn't join by that time. So maybe we can start from London Upgrade NFT distribution. So we have distributed about 60 NFTs so far out of the 100 NFTs those were minted. And it covers a variety of users, starting from the EIP authors and the client development team. Let me read out the stats here. So I believe so far we have distributed it 27 to client teams, 7 to EIP authors, editors, and there are some support working group too, like the Ethereum Cat Herders and the ETH Staker community. So if anyone is interested in getting this London NFT and has worked towards the London upgrade, if they have not shared the wallet with us, feel free to drop in. We'll try to finish up this distribution this week. Anything more, William, you would want to add?
I guess maybe a shout out to the artist Tian, who is, I believe, Spider Tians on Twitter for doing the art for it. But nothing else that I can think of.
Right, yes. I'm going to give them a special mention in the next newsletter that is upcoming. And yeah, thanks to William Schwab and William John for a lot of this distribution. Okay, so the next one is Cat Blazers. If there is anything for this meeting.
I could talk about the last 2 weeks if you want. It's been primarily, I'd say, onboarding focused. That's been like the place where most of my work has gone. I have also been working on trying to get EIP 712 up to a point where we might be able to make a push for final call on it. I've submitted some changes to it. Been hanging out a little bit with a NFT standards group. We may be working towards a metadata standard for NFTs, which would also be super cool. If anyone listening is interested, I guess tweet at me or something like that. I can probably get you set up over there. Yeah, I'd say that's been my last 2 weeks.
Awesome, thank you. So the next item is EIP ERC editing. We are making good progress over there, as William mentioned that some of the proposals he left comment and we are reviewing it. I think it's a good place for us to discuss how to handle some exceptional cases. If anyone else is interested in EIP, learning about EIP and ERC editing, feel free to ping me, William Schwab, or Light Client. We'll happy to engage you in this. Talking about the PEEP and EEP, we have recorded one episode on EIP 1271. That's an ERC. It's a standard signature validation method for contracts. And this is in final status right now. Other than that, we have quite a few proposals, actually the topics lined up in upcoming weeks. Tomorrow, we are going to have a talk with Dan Crad on the topic of an introduction to Verkle tree. It's more about vector commitment. And in the following weeks, we have a client perspective on Altair upgrade, that is Prism with Terence and Roll. And in the later September, we have planned peak and chain metrics and benchmark. If there is any other proposal that people think that we should be discussing or any other feature or any topic, feel free to leave a note on the comment section, or you can also drop in on the ECH Discord and let us know about it. Moving on, the ECH website, I see a comment from Anvatika. He did mention that the website is down for, I believe, 12 more hours. The initial notification was for 24 hours. So I hope it should be up again. And so far, I have not received any proposal on the ECH marketing for the website. So in general, if people out there is interested and they have proposal, they want to volunteer or contribute in promoting the Ethereum or the Ethereum cat herders, please reach out to us on Cat Herders Discord. On meeting notes, we have meeting notes up for All-Core Dev meeting 120, Merge meeting 8, and EIP AP meeting 40. I still have to check back on the resource for the consensus meeting 71. So the Ethereum 2.0 implementers meeting has now been renamed as consensus meeting. And the notes will be going into the same repository so far. We'll update on the latest meeting notes very soon. All right. Moving on to the next item is improvement to ECH website. So I was wondering, this present website of the Ethereum cat herders, they provide all the information about the upgrade and different meetings and notes. There are people who are also looking for some feeds of the last call. I know that there is an RSS feed, so I was wondering what people think about having it integrated on our website for ETH2 news and for the last call of EIPs.
What demand would that be filling? Or need should that be filling?
So here's the thing, for last call EIPs, a proposal is generally there for 14 days, and in the past, we have seen that when this 14 days duration has passed, then people come up and say something about the proposal and give the comment. But I think if we start providing this information on our website, we can actively direct the traffic over there, let people know that if you are interested in commenting on any of the proposals which are coming into like last call, either you can subscribe to the RSS feed, and if you have trouble doing that, list is available there and you can check that. So I'm supposing that it's going to help, sharing word about the last call proposals.
I can't say that I'm against it. It's just, if they're not getting it out of GitHub, I guess I have a hard time imagining they'll get it out of an RSS feed from us. But again, I don't mean that it's an opposition.
Right. So I'm thinking of opening this as an issues to be updated on the ECH website. If people have any thought on where it should go, or maybe I'll check with the development team if there is any challenges. But what I wanted to get from this meeting, if people have any objection, which I seems no. And there was another thing on the current website, that every time I have to create a request or someone has to create a request to update with the last meeting, which I want that it should be auto updated. That would make sense, that we do not have to let people know every time that this is the meeting link and you need to update. So these are the two improvements. Maybe you would like to talk to the website development team to look into that. Also, if people think that anything else should go on the website, or if anything is not up to date, please create an issue on the ECH GitHub. Moving on to the next topic is a new initiative. About the EIPs, I was trying to collect some information on how we are doing on it. I know a lot of work are being put in by the EIP editors and authors and other community contributors, but still there is no clear information of what EIPs like every month we are moving into different statuses. So I have started this new newsletter that is for EIP Insight. I have provided the link here. So this is basically will list all the proposals that moved from one status to other status in a particular month. Like say we did so many proposals, two new proposals, and then some moved to draft, to review, some review to last call. That is another way, but that I'm hoping to release every month. And in general, if people have any thought or feedback, like anything that could be added to this newsletter, please let me know. So EIPs, like we are trying to pay a special attention. There are a lot of open issues. Pull requests are under control. So my goal is to like have them balanced, have the most relevant issues and proposals listed out there. And I know Alita is working on bot, which may be helpful decrease this number. So fingers crossed. I hope we make good improvements there. The other sub item listed on this topic is Discord channel. So in the last meeting, we discussed about having a Discord channel on governance, which is right there. Like we are trying to add relative information, like whatever we are collecting from the community. And if people want to talk about governance or give us some suggestion, feel free to hang out in the Ethereum Cat Herders Discord and share your thoughts on the governance channel. So I was also thinking about having jobs channel, but it's not been created yet. So far we are looking into off topics for all jobs related information. But if there would be like heavy, interest, people want to have it separately, I'm happy to create a separate channel for discussion. Moving on to ECH funding. As mentioned in the last meeting, the fund for next 3 months were approved by the ESP team, and I have converted them to most of them to the stable currency. The issue is updated on the ECH funding GitHub. So if people are interested in knowing the details of it, it is available on issue number 236 at Ethereum Cat Herders /funding. I'm curious, when is the Gitcoin next round? Is it active or is it coming? Does anyone have any information on that?
It's been announced. I can look it up. It's in a little bit more than a week, I think. But I'm looking it up as we talk. They have announced the next round.
All right. Let me know if anything else we need to update on the present page, if you think so.
Should.
Yeah.
Sorry, September 8th. So roughly a week.
Okay. Okay. So if we need to update anything, yeah, let me know. Yeah, we can work on that.
Updating just helps show that things are fresh. Like, people come to Grant, they want to know if it's something that's actually ongoing. So like, putting in something fresh each time, tweeting out better to that kind of thing, I think makes a big difference.
Yeah, I agree to it. And I think the one that we have published recently about like past 6 months would be something new that we can add there, and it gives a comprehensive idea. What do you think?
Yeah, great idea.
All right. We can do that. And for Moloch, yes, I'm also in touch with the Moloch team. Maybe somewhere down the line, October, November, we'll request for next round of funding from the team. So I'm so grateful to all these working group. Those are supporting the Ethereum Cat Herders. those were the items needed discussion. I'm wondering if we can start a new section in this Ethereum cat herders meeting talking about a brainstorming session. Like we get to have new people, they join us, and I know they are having different ideas. How about we start talking about these different ideas in this Ethereum cat herders meeting?
Sure.
So for today, I don't know, we do not see any new member here as such, but if anyone from the present group, if they have anything new that they would like to bring up or talk about in general, feel free. Or maybe we can announce it earlier than the meeting, try to get those kind of people who actually want to share some thoughts and they don't know where to go.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, it'd be good to try that out. Like your new ideas, different things that we might be able to do. Yeah.
Right. I'm wondering, like, do we think that we, not on this cat herders meeting, but having a separate kind of office hour will help?
It'd be interesting to see what something like that could pull in. I could try and arrange something like that if you want. Like, I'd be happy to take an initiative like that and just have open office hours and see what happens.
All right, what I can do in that case is like I received the onboarding application form. Like I receive at least 2 onboarding requests every week. So we can start channeling people. If they have any interest, they can reach out to. I'll add that in my letter. So I hope that would be fine, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, alternatively, anybody who's interested in onboarding, maybe Pooja, I'll talk specifically about this after the call if you want.
Oh, sure, not a problem. Thank you. So that's it. And that's all about it. I see a couple of funding issues open. I'll try to close it in next 2 or 3 days. And there is no new issue on PM side. Let me open the meeting notes for the last meeting. If we have any action item from that meeting. Sorry about that. I should have added the link here. No, I don't see anything listed here as in particular. I'm just quickly going through it. Nothing as specific. All right, I think that was listed for our discussion today. I would like to mention one thing that I found on Alita's comment. She left some comments on ECH engineering tasks that she performed in past few weeks. And there is one question. I don't know if we have the right set of audience to get this answered. I'm still throwing it away. Will the bot be obsolete in 6 months? Should I write test? I'm referring to a comment that is listed on the agenda of meeting 66. Maybe we can check it in the EIP's channel. We'll see what EIP editors have to say on that. Yeah, I'll try to let Alita know about it.
Pooja, I have a suggestion about people who are filling the onboarding form, right? Basically, the Google form, who are interested to contribute towards ECH and Ethereum. Can we, since we have their email ID, maybe should we add them to the ECH meeting so that they get a just on what we are trying to do and where do we stand, right? Because Discord is a place where it has a distributed amount of resources, right? Maybe they don't get to see what we are actually doing. The meeting which we have bi-weekly is when we talk about the progress and what is upcoming. So that might add more interest to them if they want to be part of it.
Just to be clear, like, is your suggestion to add them to invite calendar?
Yeah, if we can, maybe if they are interested, they can participate in one of the ECH meeting and they can see what's happening behind the scene.
Yeah, we can do that. Otherwise, what I do generally is like I provide the link of agenda. I mean, like the ECH GitHub, where we have this meeting agenda available in advance. I am not very sure. What do people think in general? Like, I mean, I see no harm, but in that case, the invite will be extending every week, which I'm not sure.
I like the office hour idea first. I'd say maybe run that first, see what that happens. And I definitely do agree that we should be putting things in place to try and make sure that people who are interested in volunteering get paired up with something they can do. I think the question is going to be how to do that. I think that's probably some of what you're talking to, Santosh. I don't know if adding them to the meeting is necessarily a good way to do that. Just because, like, I guess I'm worried they'll either get lost in the meeting or disrupt it. Like, not disrupt maliciously or anything like that, but just by having people who haven't necessarily sat in on the meetings before have an idea what's going on here, or like just the process that it usually follows. So because of that, I don't know, like my instinct, this isn't like a strong feeling, but I'd say my general instinct would be to try and come up with other solutions, try and make sure that we capitalize on people who are willing to help and that they're able to do what they want to do also, before putting them in the meeting. Does that make sense to you, Santosh? What do you say?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, we can try that way and see how it works. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good. And I think that was the last thing on the agenda. Anyone else want to bring up anything? Otherwise, we can release early. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope to see you all in 2 weeks on September 14th. Have a great one.
Thanks, Pooja, and everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.